I have a problem I need to talk to you about. This is not a video I had planned to make, but yesterday I stumbled upon some wild pig sign on our farm. It was tucked back in the woods, so I wasn't too concerned, but I was surprised at the amount of earth they had moved. I waited out for a while after dark last night, listening carefully in case they returned. I eventually went to bed without hearing or seeing any. I was hoping it was a one-night ordeal and that they were just passing through. This morning, what I discovered proved otherwise. They dug up about a quarter-acre size area of newly cleared pasture. It is encroaching dangerously close to my established pastures, and if this goes on another night or two, I could be in big trouble. I could find myself in a position unable to feed my cattle. I would have to sell them and probably at a loss. I've heard about this problem for years, but I didn't realize how devastating a drove of pigs could be in such a short amount of time. You may be asking, where did this all start? Don't pigs have a role to play in our ecosystem? To answer that, we have to go back to 1492. Yes, European domestic pigs were brought on explorations as a food source. Pigs breed quickly and are relatively easy to transport. There were no pigs in North America before this. They have no natural predators in Texas and have become less susceptible to disease over the years, resulting in a population of over 5 million in the United States, with over half of those residing right here in Texas. They can actually be found in every county, causing $52 million in damage every year. Hogs have an incredible sense of smell, which allows them to find forage up to 3 feet below the dirt where they begin rooting, which basically means digging a lot of holes all over the place. This process is absolutely devastating to farmers of all kinds. As an invasive species, feral hogs do real harm to native plants and animals. Not only do they compete with other animals for food, they destroy habitats, cause erosion, and even eat the young of endangered species like sea turtles. So yes, we have a serious problem that has found its way to my back door. I have to put together a plan, and I'm going to need some help. I'd never dealt with this before, but I think I know exactly who to call.
Hello.
Marshall, how's it going?
Yes, good, man. How are you?
I do have one little problem, and I need some advice. Pigs. I mean, they've like just decimated the area.
So the damage they can do in one night is insane.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a constant fight to keep them off of my property here, because if they ever get into the blueberries, they can just destroy a crop that's been there for a long time. There's several different things that we've resorted to. You know, the first reaction is trapping. You know, some box traps. We've got a few of those. Also, these text cameras that I've got. We've got several of them on the property that I hunt. And, you know, I'll put it around my feeder. And as soon as you get a picture, it'll text you the picture as soon as there's hogs there. And we'll run out there with a night scope or a thermal scope. And, you know, you could shoot several of them, especially if you have a few people with you.
Sounds like I'm either going to be building or buying a box trap.
Well, sounds like you need to come over here and get the one that I've got.
I need to get this under control, like, soon, because if this keeps up for another night or 2 or 3, like, it's going to be a big problem.
So all it takes is just one night for them to do a lot of damage.
Okay, well, I'll see you in a little bit. Thank you.
Right.
All right, bye. This pig problem is not something I was prepared to solve in any way, but especially not financially. Now, there's no solving this problem, but the people I've talked to that have even put a dent in it have explained the things that I need to control it, like traps, hundreds of dollars, thermal imaging, $3,000. I'm trying to run a business and be profitable, and we're trying to do it with minimal input. I mean, we're raising beef and chicken. People only pay so much for that. Spending thousands of dollars on thermal imagers and hundreds of dollars on box traps and hundreds of dollars on corn to bait them in. And do I even want to bait them in? This is not part of my business plan. This is not on my spreadsheets. Marshall, what's up, man?
How are you?
Good. What did you bring me?
The big brown thing.
You said you were bringing me a little trap.
Yeah, well, I swapped the trap. I think we can catch more in this one.
Man, I think so. Who built this?
It's some sort of manufactured trap. It's a buddy of mine that he bought from a friend of his. We've used it, caught several hogs in it, and I thought about it when I talked to you.
Well, I think the pigs have been just right down here last. So I don't think we got to take it far. It should roll pretty easy, huh? That look good? I think this thing will trap some hogs.
You know, most of them are just a guillotine door that comes down. This one here is, it'll be set open, but once it's set, you can still get more in there. They can just push right into it.
But they can't push out.
They can't push out.
I was very surprised at the size of the trap Marshall brought over. I was envisioning something that would fit into the bed of a pickup truck. He brought me probably the biggest trap in Texas.
Ow.
The trap door seems to have a foolproof design and is simple enough to set. I baited the trap with apple flavored corn and set out a few game cameras to see if I could identify their pattern. Now all we have to do is wait.
What would our lives be without problems to solve? Could we even call it living? Not any kind of living I want to do. I think that is why I love farming. There's always an unforeseen problem presenting itself. It is always worth solving on our own. But what I have found this week is that it is more enjoyable to solve them with your community. My friends Marshall and Addie rushed over to help when I asked for some advice. He equipped me with tools and knowledge to face these things head on. They have inspired me through their Christ-like love. I can hardly wait to return the gesture somehow. Hopefully soon. It's been 3 days since the hogs appeared. They came and went like ghosts, but I know they will return. This is all too familiar. I've hunted ghosts before in the Hindu Kush mountains of Afghanistan. The Taliban would attack suddenly, then disappear just as quickly. I know from that experience that vigilance is the key to success. With my farm business at stake, you can bet that this won't be the last you have seen of our battle against the pasture-destroying hogs.